You know, guys, I know here on the channel, the Scatmaster is often the one to bear the bad news. I'm very often the person that's going to tell you what's going wrong in Call of Duty. I'm very often the person that's going to give you the bad news in COD. But honestly, guys, with what I have to show you today, I might actually need your help on this. I don't know if this is going to be considered good news or bad news going down the road. And for those of you who have not heard me talk about SBMM, I know we have a lot of new subscribers recently, which is fucking awesome, but even for those of you who haven't heard me talk about SBMM in a minute, there have been a lot of things exposed in Call of Duty through Activision, and it just exposes what is going wrong in Call of Duty, what is successful and what is unsuccessful here in Call of Duty, which leads me to say that honestly, the Call of Duty that you've grown to know over the last couple of years, it's proven itself once again to be a complete fucking mess, a complete disaster class of a goddamn franchise. And we'll get into all that right now, but before we do, you guys know the goddamn drill. I'm gonna need you to grab the like button, stomp all over it, ground pound it like your pre-patched Lizzo before, you know, she actually took care of herself. Also, you see that subscribe button? Hit that shit immediately, guys. We've been making insane progress recently, and you know what to do down in the comments below. Hashtag Fooly50. Remember, on Monday, we have a very, very extensive stream that I'd like all of you guys to be a part of, so stay tuned for that. And guys, let's get right into this. This is a tweet that comes out from Scatmaster Charles. He says, "News. BR regular solos alongside casual solos will return in Warzone starting today as part of continued playlist testing. Activision says casual solos led to 3 times more players trying solos mode, and that BR regular solos in Warzone was consistently the least played playlist." As you guys know, I don't really give a flying fuck about Warzone. All I know is that whenever you talk about the health and state of Call of Duty, none of these fanboys or gooch lickers will take you seriously if you come out here talking about, yo, the numbers for BO6 don't look to be that good, because their automatic cope is that, Warzone is free to play, you can play on anything, the numbers are greater on console.
He's autistic as hell.
Which is crazy because apparently the solos mode in Verdansk is just a barren wasteland in terms of how many people are actually playing it. But don't worry, there's still more foundation that we need to get through. This is a tweet that comes out from our good old friend, Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
Activision says that Warzone Solos was consistently ranking at the bottom across 20 available playlist options after the launch of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The data they have also showed that standard solos has underperformed compared to other playlist options before BO6. So what they're telling you is the solos mode, at least, is amongst one of the least played modes in all of Call of Duty before and after BO6. But don't worry, guys, there's more. New. Activision says they added casual solos because of how long the engagement data for the regular solos mode was and how successful casual quads was. Given the success of casual quads format, we felt that casual solos could offer a more approachable way to play solos, especially for returning or brand new players jumping into Call of Duty Warzone. And this is what I want you guys to take note of. Notice how they're refusing to say the dog shit portion of the player base, okay? The people that suck balls are hopping into casual solos, casual quads, casual in general. You know why? Because they're trying to get away from all of the people that are much more skilled than them, or to prevent themselves going against cheaters and hackers, which I thought, according to every single fanboy and gooch slicker out there, all of these Call of Duty D-Riders and defenders, and Activision themselves, that the player retention was high because of skill-based matchmaking. But this is telling us that no, people don't want to go against high-skilled players, even if it's not even ranked play. They'd rather go against bots in Call of Duty. Guys, this is where I become extremely confused. I don't know if this is good for the community. I don't know if it's bad for the community. All I know is that the community this entire time, actually, let me rephrase this. the portion of the community that actually uses their fucking brain cells and doesn't just mindlessly buy slop in the shop or supports these AI atrocities in Call of Duty, we have been expressing that skill-based matchmaking has been to the detriment of the community this entire time, and now it's being exposed that skill-based matchmaking isn't even keeping people active in the regular playlist options, which is why instead of playing them, people rather play casual against literal bots. And I'm not talking MW 2019 fans, I'm talking like actual AI bots. The best way we can put this actually comes in the form of a tweet from the Ghost of Hope where he says, "Not sure how the SBMM system in place for Call of Duty can be looked at as anything other than a total failure if the bad and casual players it's supposed to be protecting want even more protection from the better skilled players." I mean, you tell me what the reasoning is for casuals to even exist. I'm not even against its existence, but notice the inconsistencies in what Activision has originally said about retention data and SBMM working for the community to its benefit versus what their own data is presenting, which is that people aren't even fucking with the regular Warzone playlist, this barren wasteland dead dog shit of a fucking game mode, by the way, alright? I'm not even defending Warzone right now. It's consistently done worse and worse and worse over time, and even so, players refuse to touch the regular playlists. They'd rather play against AI fucking bots, which at this point we'll get into very soon. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But the Ghost of Hope actually doubles down on this, and he says, "Queue times are longer than OG CODs by a lot. Fact. Ping is worse than ever. Fact. Team balancing it has in place side by side leads to good players carrying bad players and still losing, thus quitting. Facts. The only mode where you don't feel like you're getting fucked for being a good player is ranked, and even then there's hidden MMR and cheaters." Guys, the entire matchmaking system has been exposed for everybody to see by Activision themselves. I'm curious to see what the Call of Duty defenders and fanboys and gooch lickers have to say about this, because as far as I can tell, Activision is literally contradicting themselves right here, right now. And again, if you're just in the comments section to disagree with me because my content is revolved around criticizing Call of Duty, I'm sorry, but you're just a fucking bozo, okay? Like, you're an actual bonehead, all right? You are in the bottom percentile of intellectual organisms that live on this planet if you are going against somebody that is pushing for your benefit, you fucking bozo.
Cartman!
This whole talk about skill-based matchmaking that we've had for years, obviously a lot of people think it's like beating a dead horse, and it is, until you realize that the people that have this system in place don't even know how it's working versus how it's not working. They're telling us that it benefits the player retention data, and then later on they tell us that no, in fact, people don't want to play these modes, they'd rather play modes that protect them from that said matchmaking system. I don't know if Activision has just admitted that their game sucks, or maybe they've admitted that their game is dead and it's dying off, or maybe they're admitting that they themselves are incompetent and they don't even realize how their matchmaking system is working in real time. But I guess that's for all of you guys to interpret, okay? That's literally for you to decide for yourself. Is this Activision telling us that their game sucks and that it's dead? Or are they telling us that they got their entire system wrong in the first place? Regardless, if you're stuck interpreting shit, here is another thing, another controversy to begin thinking about through this amount of data that they've just shown us. And I know some of you guys are gonna love this, but this is another tweet that comes out from Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
Soon, regular Warzone games will be filled with bots, and the only way to play against a lobby of real people will be in ranked. Now, I'm not gonna say that this is a guarantee because I don't think it's gonna happen, but then again, you know when Activision holds on to any piece of data that they share with the community, they double down, they triple down, they quadruple down on it. Meaning, if they think that more people are playing against AI bots and it's doing better than the regular playlists, the chances of them increasing playlist availability that goes against AI bots is probably gonna go up. Meaning, eventually, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we start going against AI bots for the sake of retention. And if that's the case, we've been right this entire fucking time, man. We've been right talking about skill-based damage, skill-based matchmaking, EOMM, AI bots in the game, all of these little controversies that all of these fanboys want to defend Activision from. You're defending them for no reason at all. They contradict themselves every single time they put out information about data. And this is the thing, I'm not even mad at the people that go into the casual playlist, because I get it, man. Skill-based matchmaking is literally in place for the bottom of the bottom to benefit, so that they're more incentivized to spend shit in the shop. If you're not the bottom of the bottom, skill-based matchmaking literally rails you. Okay, and that's the point. If you think people are against skill-based matchmaking because they want easy matches and they want to stomp on noobs, you're just a fucking bozo, okay? I highly recommend you do your research and listen to all the other people that have counter-arguments to SBMM and learn yourself a thing or two as to why SBMM does not actually work. And if that's not enough, listen to what Activision just told you guys today. They've essentially told you that people rather play against bots than the actual playlists themselves with real people in a skill-based matchmaking setting. There's realistically only 3 reasons why somebody would play casual. Number 1, they're tired of skill-based matchmaking, which is completely understandable. Number 2, they actually are fucking noobs, and they're trying to get the hang of it again, which is completely understandable. You guys know I've been a large advocate for them to just bring back combat training, which is essentially the same shit. Or number 3, people are trying to get away from cheaters and hackers. This is where I leave you guys on a little bit of a cliffhanger. This is why I need people to subscribe, leave a like, and turn on the post notifications once again, because in our next video, guys, I don't even want to begin to describe to you guys the atrocity that I've just seen when it comes to a new adaptation of a way to cheat in Call of Duty. What? Guys, the next video that I have for you guys is going to blow your fucking minds. Nothing is seemingly going right for Activision, and I don't know if this is good news or bad news for the community in the long run, because before we know it, we might just be playing against AI bots in general to make up for the retention lost. All I know is whatever they've been telling you about current Call of Duty is simply not what it seems. It's not what they're making it out to be. From my perspective, this current iteration of Call of Duty has just met another complete and utter fucking failure. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts on the casual playlist being more popular than the regular playlist in Call of Duty? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.